Hi, welcome back to my channel. It's Caroline Mutoko. Have you subscribed? Make it a New Year's resolution to subscribe. I am here to answer questions that I keep being asked. I remember somebody sent me a DM on Instagram and said, keeping you accountable, where are you on our lipstick? Oh. And then I realized there was more and more and more and more, and I was like, so Nelly from Pauline Cosmetics is back because she's the person who is bold enough to decide, and by the way, bold enough to decide she actually wants to do this with me.
Yes.
You're an amazing person. So I have been in school. I have been in school because when I said I want us to create a lipstick line, I did not, to be fair, and this is why we're having this conversation, realize how much work goes into it. If you'd actually described this stuff on our first 2 videos, I'd have told you, forget it.
I don't blame you. You know, you don't know what you don't know.
So what Nelly and I have been doing is that first she told me, you just don't do lipstick. Can we agree on the packaging, on what? And I was like, no, we're making lipstick. She said, please, there's a method.
Yeah.
And so let's start here. First and foremost, the one thing I knew is that we are not doing black.
Yeah, you were very clear about
I
that
do not want to see black packaging.
Yes.
It's like it's everywhere. There is, it's insane.
It is everywhere, but you know, it's that classic color. It's timeless.
So poor Nelly had to figure out, did I want a rose gold? I was like, nah, I don't know what it will look like when it gets scratched in your handbag. I thought about things like that. Yeah, this, interesting, but yet, I don't know. Our branding needed to get on. Gold, I was like, a little tacky.
Yeah, and for me, yeah, gold is also, yellow gold is, it's a bit, it's classic, but it's
classic,
older.
yes.
Yeah, we need something youthful.
We need something, you know, a bit more today.
Yeah.
I knew I couldn't pull that off.
No.
It definitely will work for someone, not for me.
Yeah.
I was so in love with this because I don't know that you can really see this, but it's actually
leather.
It's leather.
Yeah.
I was totally in love with it, and then I realized, wait a minute, I can't even open it. I was like, no, you cannot have a tutorial on opening my lipstick. That is not gonna happen. And then that shade caught my eye.
The red.
That, I mean, somehow we're gonna end up somewhere here. So that when you walk into your favorite store and you're looking for it, it jumps at you out of all the black. Okay. I don't know how we'll do it because remember, my branding and Pauline has to get onto it. But for me, it's important that we're able to stand out from all that.
Okay, which is actually, I don't hate it. It's nice because it's actually going to pop up amongst my black packaging.
Very important for me.
Yeah.
Very important. I mean, I'm a newbie. I can't afford to look like everybody else.
It's fair. It's fair.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. And also, I'm not creating a product. And by the way, my terminology is so off. In a moment, she will tell you.
I'm really holding myself back. I'm like,
I also spent about 3 weeks being taught terminology. I have promised a woman of a certain caliber that I'm creating something just for her. It has to be special. And you're allowed to smack me around and tell me, my dear, product is product FMCG. So, packaging, if she takes it out of her handbag, I want her to think, and if somebody who's sitting with her like, oh, let me see. Yes.
So it stands out.
Yes, it needs to stand out. And then the actual. So this is what you guys call the component.
That's the component. It's not packaging. I want to be like,
no, ask anybody in marketing. This is packaging. The 3 P's: product, packaging, place, price, it doesn't matter. This is packaging.
That is component.
This is called a component. I had to learn to tell her the right thing when I'm referring to it.
Because you know it's empty, right? It's a component. So we
you fill it with?
Fill it with material. The material, which is now
my lipstick is being called material.
Yes.
So this is the component.
That is the component.
So I have learned to ask her. So the component will have to bear this sort of shade.
Red.
Yes, I can't wait to see the samples.
So singular red or broken up or something.
I want something beautiful. It cannot be black. It can't be silver. It can't be yellow gold, and it can't be rose gold. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So these are the lessons I was learning. This is the component. The box it comes in
is the packaging. I know it's backward, but that's the lingo.
And then the actual lipstick is called material.
The material. So you fill in the material. That is how we communicate. You start calling it lipstick, because then this is when it's filled up and that is your lipstick.
That is the lipstick.
You're selling a lipstick. But because it comes, remember, again, everything else is being made by different people. You have the component, which you call the packaging, made by a different factory.
Oh!
The actual packaging, the box, made by a different factory.
And then
the boxes, the big boxes, made by a different factory. The material
made by a different
factory. So that communication has to be very clear.
Okay, but also that makes perfect sense. If I don't come up with a component, where will the material go?
Exactly. So you need to get your component done
right
first. Pick out your for the
so this is why you're driving me crazy. You're like, we gotta choose, we gotta decide.
Yeah. Because then it helps us move on to the next phase, which is now let's come up now with what the actual lipstick looks like, because the formulation is going to now drive the kind of colors that we choose. Because if you pick a certain formula, it will really change a particular color. So let's say you see a color that you love and you say, I want this color. The moment we make it in a different formulation, it will change the outcome of that color.
I can tell your brow is more furrowed than mine. Like I said, if just like early December you told me, are you sure? If I knew then what I know now, I'd have said, it's too much like hard work. But I need you to subscribe. Go open your biochemistry book, find it. So you can come back and she can explain formulation, because formulation is everything in delivering those colors I talked about. That gorgeous red, that warm plum, color I wanted. And then there was the nude that everybody keeps asking for. And also the warm sort of, I call it mom. Yes, I'm a mom. I'm pretty. I go to work. Actually, if we can't find a name, we'll just call it Agnes. Remember, because she was the one who loved it. Yes. So just come back so I can explain the work to make sure that those four. What if I was creating 12 shades?
I actually feel like creating 12 shades is easier. It's easier to pick a wider range of colors
than to decide on 4?
Yeah, it is.
Forget it. Subscribe and come back.